guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be putting on his jaw, his neck, and adding all the details before we start putting on the paper mache. That'll probably be part 3. The hot glue gun to heat up. We can start with his neck. For that, I just take 2 pieces of aluminum foil. I use the heavy duty. It seems to work a little bit better. And I just fold it in half. And then I take the corner that's folded and I just rip a half circle out of there, a quarter circle. That way when I go to tape it on his neck, it makes it a little more pliable. I just kind of form it, get it to shape where I want it to be. I grab my painter's tape. And I tape it on. Now that we have the front, we move to the back. If you're curious what I'm using, it's just a PVC pipe frame. I have a T section in here, PVC pipe coming out each side wrapped in pipe insulation. Just makes it easier because that's the type of frame that he will eventually be on. Take my other sheet, do the same. Go over everything again, make sure it's all stuck down. I like to curl the ends under, just to give it a little more stability, more strength. Now he has a neck and shoulders. My hot glue gun is ready. Just gonna put some glue on. Make sure you have it shaped to size before you glue it on. Makes it a lot easier. Tail for his neck, you're going to want your cotton balls unrolled, ready to go, and your glue and water mixture. You're also going to want your paint brushes. Begin with this side. First thing you're going to want to do, just like the eyes, so you're going to want to lay a layer of paste on there first to get the cotton to stick. For these muscles, you can just look in the mirror or at pictures, find out where the muscles in the neck usually run. your cotton on. I like to bring it right down to where I'm going to have my collarbone and rip it off right there. And then just do your edges, get them to stick down so your cotton doesn't move. I don't want to push too hard when putting the glue on this because you want the cotton to still stick up off of there. Give it detail. If you do, if it pushes down too hard, you might have to go back over with another piece just to get the dimensions that you need. And I'll continue on this side. Kind of shape the foil. Kind of give them a bit of a shoulder there. We're going to move on. I'm going to put a piece here where his shoulder is to help bring that dimension there, because the foil might crease, it might push down. So if I have the cotton there, once it's hardened, it'll help support it from sinking down in there. Let's bring that one right up to the other one we just placed. Bring it up there. Bring it out to the center of his shoulder. Just make sure you cover the whole thing with paste. To get a good layer on there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the collarbone. We're going to go right from this piece right over to that piece. Move on like we've been. Get the edges tacked down. Work your way out. Now he has the collarbone. We'll move on and we'll do the other side just the same way we did that side. Right now he has his neck detail. We're going to move on and we're going to add some detail to his cheeks just to help shape them for when we put the skin layer on. You won't be able to see all these lumps and bumps and cut marks. And this process is a little bit different just because I take the cotton ball and I spread it just a little. You don't want it too crazy spread or it'll just fall apart. Takes a little practice. Stick it down. do the same, tack your edges. Now this is the tricky part because you got to try to spread it without ripping it into pieces. And if it rips into pieces, you can always take it back off and try again, or add more over top. Spread it apart again. You can see it's got a cheek now. We'll do the other side just the same way. For his lips. Just blend it all together. And for this, I take a piece of cotton, I rip it in half, long ways. Now, he has a mouth, cheeks. We have to wait for everything to dry before we can move on. Tomorrow, before we start putting the skin on, we'll go inside of his mouth and get all the cotton on the inside after the outside is hardened. If I try to do it now, it's going to rip off all the outside part that I did. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.